Okay, let's get specific. Timeline on COVID. So right now, there are about 18 million cases diagnosed in the USA. 18 million. Population 330 million. 317,000 Americans have died. All right. There have been 235 million tests, COVID tests, far more than anyone in the world. Therefore, we have a higher number of stated COVID cases because we test so much in the USA. Right now, as I talk to you, 115,000 Americans are in the hospital with COVID. Okay? About 8,000 of them are on ventilators, which means they're critical. England is shut down. I'm not so concerned about overseas right now in this broadcast, but you should know that. But there's hope because the vaccine is now being distributed, and I predict by May that normalcy, or at least a sense of it, will return to the USA. COVID timeline. All right, so I told you that on the 22nd, I warned you that this was coming. On the 24th, 2 days after that, the USA confirms its second case of COVID. Remember, I gave you that warning based on one case, but I knew in China that the communist government was using the military to surround Wuhan. So no one in, no one out. And if you defied that, the army would shoot you. So I knew the Chinese knew that this was a vicious illness. That's what I base my analysis on. I'm not some kind of seer of the future. On January 31st, President Trump stopped all Chinese travel into the United States. That was a key moment. All right. On February 3rd, the Trump administration declared a public health emergency. So it was a fairly rapid response. Remember, the 23rd, second case, 8 days later, shut down of travel. February 3rd, 10 days later, public health emergency. That's pretty fast for a lumbering bureaucracy. February 19th, all right, COVID death toll in the USA surpasses 2,000. So now we're accelerating. March 13th, okay, Donald Trump declares COVID a national emergency, okay, and therefore the federal government has more powers. March 26th, the Senate passes the first aid bill, all right? The second one was passed yesterday. April 2nd, the lockdown starts, okay? As deaths exceed in the USA 50,000. 91% of Americans are ordered to stay home. April 2nd. So you cannot say that Donald Trump isn't taking this seriously, that he wasn't on the job. All of that were absolute lies. And they were repeated over and over and over by our corrupt media. On May 15th, the Trump administration announces the framework for Operation Warp Speed to develop a vaccine. Now, maybe that could have been a little sped up a little bit more. Maybe we do that at the end of April. I'm second guessing, but May 15th is when the announcement was made. That, you know, and then there were a lot of, oh, he'll never get it done, right? Remember that? Oh, it'll be impossible, impossible, impossible. All right, fast forward to August 13th, Joe Biden, during the campaign, calls for a mask mandate. At that time, surveys show about 90% of Americans were wearing masks. So it was just to try to make Trump, because Trump didn't want an order that everybody wear masks. The states basically issued their own orders, as it should be, because there are different situations in the states. So far, I haven't seen anything that Donald Trump has done wrong in this whole thing, other than he might have been more proactive with the mask, but 90% of Americans were wearing it. So, you know, but he could have held the mask up a couple of times. October 19th, global cases top 40 million. 40 million COVID cases around the world, October 19th. October 30th, USA expresses 9 million COVID cases. And then on December 11th, the FDA approves Pfizer's vaccine. Pfizer knew it had the vaccine before the vote, did not say anything. Could have. The CEO does not like Donald Trump. We established that in our reporting, kept it quiet. So it could have been a week before the vote. Pfizer CEO could have, we have the vaccine. And it's going to work, 95%. Didn't do it. So now, where we are is we're still suffering. We, the American people, no doubt about it. Christmas is wrecked. Thanksgiving was wrecked. People can't travel. People are sick. People lost their jobs. People are terrified. I mean, terrified. I know a lot of people won't go out of the house, will not leave the house. And they're not old. They're just not going. They're staying in the house. They have the groceries brought in. Okay? Not leaving. Terrified. Again, the Trump administration's greatest achievement was this vaccine. Better than the economy. Because May to the end of September, you get it? I don't know. The president got one vote because of that. It's amazing. Isn't it amazing? Hey, Bill O'Reilly here. As you all know, the dollar is at a 10-year low, and November could spell real trouble. That's why I recommend you consider physical gold and silver, and the only company I do business with in this area is American Hartford Gold. You can call them right now. Make sure you tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they'll give you a free gold coin on your first qualified order. Since I have been recommending American Hartford Gold, gold's up over 40%, silver over 60%. So please don't wait. Call them now. 877-444-GOLD Gold. 877-444-GOLD Gold, or text GOLD to 65532.